Only the few will see when you set the bar, but everyone will know when you've raised it.
Welcome to party. We are the greatest.
We have done it again in this, the era of greatness, with the biggest white.
We bring the most lights.
Watch greatness unfold with Mr. Killer, Wasways, and Lava Man, and more of Grenada's best, featuring headliner Marshall Montano and the Monk Band.
We great, absolutely.
Be at the National Cricket Stadium on Saturday, August 10th. Get your tickets now from GoToFed.com and all Sunshine Promotions box offices. The biggest white. It's where greatness lives.
We are the greatest.
I really love it. 2018 was great. 2019, this will be epic. This is me, Scholar, 2018 Calypso Monarch of Grenada, and I'm inviting one and all to come down to Grenada for Spice Mass, the greatest, biggest festival in all of the world. I'm inviting you to the Mardi Gras, where I will be chasing after history. This year, the Mardi Gras, this will be the greatest Mardi Gras of all the Mardi Gras. All the bards will be coming.
I want to tell Mr. Killer, come over, the message to lava. Come over.
Man, if you want to win the monarchy, do head reduction surgery. They talk going around the tongue. Your head too big for the crown.
So listen to what I say.
Forget what is CCJ.
So what are you waiting for? Just book your ticket and come down. Last carnival was real bacchanal, and this year going to be the mother of all. The boom boom going to ring. Artists going to sing. Pam pam. Big up for Simon.
Seatbelts are not as confining as the wheelchair. Drive carefully. A message from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
Via radio, television, and on the various media, social media platforms, wherever you are, good morning. I take this opportunity to provide yet again another report to provide an update on key and important initiatives, accomplishments, and challenges as it relates to Carriacou and Petite Martinique for the last 3 months. First and foremost, I observed the absence of one of our renowned and long-standing journalists, Mr. Roll Patterson, who is in mourning, having lost his father during this week, Mr. Bill Patterson. On behalf of the entire government, I extend deepest and warmest condolences and sympathies to Roll and his entire family and friends, and pray that they will find comfort in the Lord at these difficult times, knowing that he will see you through this difficult period. Before I delve into other matters, I want to seize this opportunity to provide the nation with an update on government's efforts as it relates to the accommodation of our courts at the CLICO building. Both floors, that is the second and third floor, are now in government's possession. A contract for the retrofitting of the spaces in the sum of $868,059 was awarded to a construction firm to carry out the works, which has started and is ongoing. In addition to that, prior to the commencement of the works, we at the Ministry of Legal Affairs and the Ministry of Works have engaged mechanical contractors to assess the air conditioning systems and the elevators. We have also carried out the requisite environmental testing to ensure that the spaces are environmentally sound and clear of mold and other issues. We have taken great precaution to ensure that we do not experience some of the problems that we experienced at the Lime building. You know, we must remember that there is a lot that had to happen before the work on the CLICO building could have started. First and foremost, we had to gain possession of both floors, and that in itself posed some challenges to us. Then we began consultation with the judges on the design and layout of the courts and, of course, their chambers. Then the issue of security. The security aspect was another thing that had to be looked into in terms of the proposed design and layout of the space. Because we have to remember that this space is also to accommodate 2 criminal courts. And so we had to ensure that the security aspects were dealt with. And all of this had to be sorted out before construction actually started. Now, when the September deadline was first announced, 3 members of the bar, including the president, met with me at Legal Affairs and inquired whether or not a sooner date could not have been given. Now, knowing all that had to happen and the processes involved, I couldn't commit to an all-year date. And so today I have to say thank God that I probably didn't, because, you know, we probably would not have probably heard the end of it. The issue with the court is a very serious issue, and it's an issue that affects all of us. It is an issue that has been around for a very, very long time, and we have worked, and we will continue to work with the bar, with the judges, and all concerned to solve this matter, and of course other related matters. I've spoken with the CTO in the Ministry of Works just this morning, and I was advised that so far we are on schedule to meet the September deadline. Of course, should there be any change, I will make same public. Turning our attention now to Carriacou and Petite Martinique. As you know, today is the official start of the oldest and grandest festival on our island. It is the start of our 54th annual Carriacou Regatta Festival, and so I take this opportunity to welcome all our visitors and returning nationals to our wonderful shores. I trust that you would experience an unforgettable festival and that you will continue to come year after year. This year's festival is promising to be one with a difference. In addition to the traditional boat races and other activities, I am aware that there will be new attractions designed for the entire family throughout the weekend. Of course, not forgetting our usual night parties, and in this year, some morning parties. I extend an invitation to all, and I hope it's not too late, to join us here in Carriacou for a weekend of pure sailing, music, and fun right here. Of course, as usual, the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, through the Festivals Board, continue to support all our national and public festivals on our island, and so this year Regatta Festival is of no exception. We believe strongly in the preservation and viability of all of our festivals, and so as a government we will continue to invest and support all of our festivals, financially and otherwise. We would continue to train our young people, whether it is in boat building, in sailing, or in playing of musical instruments. This year, the sum of $100,000 in cash was given towards the hosting of this year's festival. Of course, this is in addition to other sums, other support that were given. I want to take this opportunity to commend the chairperson of the Regatta Committee, Ms. Alison Cato, and her team for the dedicated work in planning and organizing this year's festival, in conjunction, of course, with the directors of the festival's board. Your selfless service to culture and, of course, country and Carriacou and Petite Martinique is duly noted. As you're aware, the entire country is now preparing for Carnival celebrations next week. And so far, I am very pleased at our representation at this year's Carnival Festival. Brendan McKee, Killaby, is in the finals of the Groovy competition, and he also represented in the semifinals of both the soca and calypso competitions. We also had a very well put together representation from Mr. Golden, Matthew Thomas, in the Groovy finals. I join with all of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, of course, to wish Killaby all the very best in the finals in Grenada. And we look forward to the Groovy Crown returning to Carriacou once again. You know, we cannot speak about culture without concerning ourselves with its preservation, especially for us here in Carriacou. We are known as a cradle of culture. And in this regard, I just want to officially commend the members of the Culture Train String Band Group, and in particular, Mr. Andy Matheson and Neil Matheson and Rena Mills, who organized and facilitated a 3-week summer training program with support, of course, from the ministry and with other partners in strings and percussion training. Over 30 persons, young persons that is, was recently trained at the Bel Air Heritage Park, and now have, as a result of that training and exposure, greater appreciation for string band music and the instruments associated with that type of music. Now, I truly believe that if we really want to succeed in preserving much of our cultural heritage, we must get our young people involved. We must whet their appetite, and we must train them. And that is what exactly the Culture Train started. And as a government, we will continue to support this initiative. And we also encourage other initiatives centered around our young people get towards the preservation of our culture. Also, the Culture Train, as you know, will represent us this year at Carifesta in Trinidad and Tobago in just about 2 weeks' time. We at the ministry have met with the group this week, and we are assisting to ensure that they adequately represent all of us. I want to thank all the members of the band, and I wish them all the very best as they continue to showcase our rich and diverse culture to the world. The Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique is quite cognizant of some of the many challenges that are faced by some of our children and parents, especially during this summer break, ranging, of course, from the lack of supervision to, of course, engaging in illicit activities. And so in an effort to minimize some of these risks, the Division of Social Development within the ministry organized and facilitated a 3-week kids holiday program, which was officially closed last week. This program saw the participation of over 40 young persons. The interactive sessions covered craft making, dance, tie-dyeing, spiritual and personal development, as well as engagement in many sporting activities. Also presently ongoing is the Division of Youth within the ministry. They too are now hosting its annual summer program for young persons between the ages of 10 to 16. This program would have started on Tuesday, both in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and will end on the 9th of August. Under this program, or during this program, the children will be engaged in culture, sports, games, craft, and life skill sessions. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank all the persons in the both divisions or departments within the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique who saw it fit to bring about such a project and program to just express our sincere thanks and gratitude. You may recall some time back, you know, there was a very alarming and startling false report. I say false because it was in fact a false report. That SVG Air, the only airline that services the Carriacou to Grenada route, was pulling out of Carriacou. Now, I want to say here that sometimes we, as a people, we must be careful with the information that we sometimes send, because these information can have rippling and negative implications for the development of our small islands, and by extension, implications for all of us. When this rumor went out, there was in fact panic by many persons, including potential investors. Now, not everything has to be political. There are sometimes, not sometimes, but all the time, at all times, the best interests of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, our country, must come first. And with that being said, earlier this month, we were advised by the management of SVG Air that the Twin Otter, that is the 19-seater aircraft, would begin operating full-time from the 15th of August 2019. Now, yesterday, I was informed by the manager that that date, for several reasons, has to be pushed back. Most of it, I'm being advised, relates to logistics, some technical issues, and of course, some administrative matters. I want to inform the general public that this government, my government, continue to work with SVG Air in many respects. The service that they provide to our islands is such a vital service to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And so we will continue to work with them to ensure that they deliver the best possible service to us and that they continue to deliver that service to us. Further, I just want to announce quickly and briefly that a new lighting system for the Lauriston runway was already purchased. This purchase was made about 2 months ago, and we are now waiting its arrival. And with this new lighting system installed at the Lauriston Airport, we now will be able to accommodate night landings and, of course, night flights. And additionally, we continue to steadfastly upgrade the airport's infrastructure. Work, as you know, is currently being done in the arrival area, of course, making same more comfortable to users and passengers. I want to turn our attention a little bit to NADMA and the work that is being done by that division in the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. As you know, we are in the hurricane season, and we ought to be prepared at all times, for we never know really when a disaster, especially a hurricane or tsunami, would strike. And so the Caribbean Tsunami Warning Program has identified funding within USAID for a tsunami pilot project for Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And this pilot project is now being undertaken by NADMA Carriacou. The deadline for the completion of this project is slated for September 30th, 2019. And essentially, this project would include just the mapping of areas, the erection of evacuation signs, routes, assembly points in the event of a tsunami. Already 2 meetings were held with relevant stakeholders in Carriacou, being on the 29th and 30th of July, respectively. The meeting in Petite Martinique was held on the 30th of July. The projected cost for this project is in the region of US $40,000. And as you may be well aware, this is the second project of this kind in Grenada. The first was successfully done in the parish of St. Patrick. Also, funding in excess of $2 million is already secured for the building and outfitting of the new Emergency Operating Center for Carriacou. This project, I'm happy to report, has been approved. This is funded by the United States government through the U.S. Embassy and the U.S. Southern Command. The center will boast of improved space, upgraded equipment, and a relief warehouse at the Bel Air, Carriacou, all of which, of course, would contribute significantly to our increased efficiency, our capacity, our accessibility, and, of course, our mobilization capacities. The site chosen for this building is, is a piece of vacant land close to the agriculture building in Bel Air. That is where the farine production normally takes place. And as we draw closer to the sod turning ceremony or the sod turning for this project, I will continue to keep the people updated on to the progress of same. We are very excited about this, and of course we look forward to the third turning when we actually get work started on that project. About 2 weeks ago, the Grenada Tourism Authority hosted its 2019 Tourism Awards. This was an award that was conceptualized by the Minister of Tourism and Civil Aviation, Honorable Clarice Modest-Cowing, wherein various persons in the tourism industry were recognized and awarded for excellence and innovation. 2 persons from Carriacou and Petite Martinique received the prestigious award in the person of Miss Alison Caton of Isles of Reef Tour, which is a tour company operating throughout Carriacou, and of course the Bogle's Roundhouse Restaurants. They were awarded in the category for food and beverage. These 2 awards, in my view and in our view, are richly deserving, and I just want to use this platform to officially congratulate them and of course to encourage them to continue to be of good service. The tourism industry is a very significant and important industry for all of us. And I want to again congratulate these two awardees for their stellar contributions to the industry. It is my hope that this award would act now as an impetus for others, especially our young people, in realizing that there are great and many opportunities in the industry, in the tourism industry, and that they too can also succeed. And speaking about tourism and its importance, I'm happy to announce that the ministry, in partnership with the Ministry of Tourism and of course the Tourism Authority, have secured a building to accommodate a tourism welcome center in Petite Martinique. And that presently, this is now being outfitted and designed. This, we believe, will further assist in the promotion and marketing of the island of Petite Martinique, and of course would bring greater awareness to visitors and locals alike as it relates to the beautiful nature, the culture, the scenery of beautiful Petite Martinique. I cannot give an update about Carriacou without mentioning the housing project at Dumfries. This is a project that is very dear to my heart. It's a project that is progressing well. It's progressing much to our satisfaction. It was only yesterday that I visited the project, and I was pretty amazed with the work that was done thus far, and it's been done. And what struck me most about those units and that project is the size of those units. And I mean, we hear complaints all the time as to these things are, the units probably be too small, nobody's going to live there. But I was pretty much amazed and excited with what I saw yesterday. And I know that we are pretty much on track to deliver over 100 new homes to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, especially our young people, by mid-year 2020. You know, as the parliamentary representative for the area, I am really encouraged by the interest that is being shown presently in these units by our people. Scores of persons, believe it or not, have begun to inquire about the requirements and the application process in order to obtain a roof, essentially, over their heads. And by this interest that is shown, I am more and more convinced that this is a project that will bring tremendous benefits to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. You know, it will really provide decent and affordable accommodation to our people, especially the ones who are most in need of same. And while we are on the issue of housing, the ministry, through the housing division, of course, continue to provide material assistance to many of our people through the Housing Repair Assistance Program, which is a program that is really designed to assist persons to effect minor repairs to their homes. So it is not a program that is designed for additions. It is not a program that is designed for new houses, because sometimes as a member of parliament, you have people coming to you all the time and you know, saying to you, Miss, I want a new home. I want to put in an addition. But this program is not a program that is designed for that. It is a program that is designed to effect minor repairs to the existing structure, and that is why the limit any person can get under that program is $6,000. And so for this year thus far, 53 persons would have benefited under this program. The housing brigade, which is a group of guys. Unfortunately, there are no females in that bunch. But it's a group of skilled and semi-skilled workers that are attached to the housing division. They would have started in August of last year, and so far they have done an amazing job by assisting in over 31 persons with their house repairs, They are basically responsible for the effecting of repairs to the homes of persons who would have benefited under the house repair program. And who, of course, who are not in a position, those persons who would receive material assistance and they are not in a position, for example, they probably cannot pay the labor. They have no family members to do so. So they're not in a position to effect those repairs. And instead of giving the materials, and those materials are under their houses taken termite, and in some cases, as we've seen in the past, some of this material were even sold. the housing brigade now will come in and would effect some of those repairs, those repairs to those persons who cannot afford. In addition to that, of course, through the Parliamentary Office, the Bathroom and Toilet Initiative is one that is continuing. Since my last report, 4 additional bath and toilet facilities were constructed, including 1 in Petite Martinique. 2 are now presently under construction, another 1 in Petite Martinique, and of course 1 in 6 Roads. This is an initiative that continues to touch and to me change lives. It is an initiative that restores pride and honor to some of the recipients. It is an initiative that has generated a lot of interest as well, and so one can only imagine the waiting list. But the fact is that we can only do 1 at a time. We cannot do all. And so we assess the applications or the applicants based on the respective needs. As it is presently, we are focusing on those with the elderly persons suffering from some form of disabilities. Moving on to our CIAP project. This was a project that was officially launched here in Carriacou on the 3rd of July. Essentially, this is a smart agriculture and rural enterprise. It's a 6-year program. And this program is essentially geared towards the development of young, unemployed and underemployed men and women between the ages of 16 to 35. A focal point person in the person of Dr. Vanessa Smart was appointed to spearhead the implementation of this program in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Additionally, MOU was signed between the ministry and CIAP, and this was essentially just to formalize the operations of CIAP here in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. With full implementation of this program, we should see, or we expect result, of course, in further strengthening of our agricultural and fisheries services. We expect an integration of technical support services to the Division of Agriculture. Of course, employment creation, especially among our young people, income generation and sustainable livelihood development for young men and women, and increased market access for farming and fishing production. And speaking about increased market access, over 5 farm roads or market access roads have already been identified under the program for construction. As a matter of fact, a team from Grenada visited some of the proposed roads on July 4th, which includes the Dumfries Road, the Camoon Road, Muddy Street in Leicester, the Mont-Royal Road, and some other roads were also looked at. These roads is roads that we're looking to that connect farmers to markets, that connects fishermen to be able to sell their produce in a timely manner. Of course, more information on the different components of the program, and as we get deeper into it, as I indicated, it's a 6-year program, more information will be provided as to how persons can access some of the funding that are available under the program and other components that may be useful to all of us. You know, as always, I always like to give an update as to some of our infrastructural developments that is taking place currently on island that occurred over the last 3 months. And we at the Ministry, of course, we continue to place great emphasis and importance on our infrastructural development. And completed thus far, since my last report, are the following. We have completed a 1,200 feet long by 3 feet wide slipper drain in the Harveyville area, and that also included the construction of 1 culvert, 4 sidewalks, and 3 driveways. We've completed construction of 300 feet concrete slab road and box drain, including 1 cross culvert that was completed in Mount Pleasant, as the Mount Pleasant Point Road. We've completed 400 feet of concrete slab road and slipper drain at the Mount Desire area, and additionally, a 50 feet long retaining wall is presently being constructed in that area along the Mount Desire Road. The entire school compound of the Harveyville Government School were fenced. And over in Petite Martinique, 100 feet block wall and 80 feet retaining wall is presently being constructed in the Paradise area, along with 400 feet of concrete slab road also in the Paradise area. I note I said that this was what was accomplished within the last 3 months. This is not the year report, but this is only in the last 3 months. So we are in fact working in the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Also, various drains, bridges, retaining walls were constructed throughout Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Thus far, of course, with the hope to complete many more at the end of the year. Major work in the extent of over $500,000 will begin on Monday, 14th, on the Carriacou Police Station. The police station, which you know is in the heart of town, and we've received major renovations, and of course a new block. It was only about 2 weeks ago we met with the superintendent of the police station, the permanent secretary, and myself, together with the contractor and the engineer, to discuss the project. I know that they're very excited about it. We believe that that project would basically, give town a major facelift as well, and we're excited about that project. It may mean that some of the officers may have to be relocated at an alternative place while the construction are taking place. But of course, we're going to phase it out, and we're going to discuss it as we go along to ensure that there is no major disruption during the construction phase. We are awaiting the awarding of the contracts for the Hermitage Road. I know I would have mentioned that in my last report. We are still awaiting the awarding of the contract from the Ministry of Works, Grenada, and that is to do 300 feet of road and, of course, concrete slab. We'll continue, of course, to follow up to ensure that that these roads that we speak about that are basically done and completed in a timely manner. We are still awaiting, of course, the contract for the Abbeyvale Sea Defense, the main road, the Sea Defense with the Gabion baskets, and of course the Paradise Road in Petite Martinique. And work is also expected to start at the end of the year on the Cherry Hill main road. I know this is a road that we've been speaking about for a long time. As a matter of fact, years we have been speaking, you've probably been hearing talks about the Cherry Hill road. But we are inching closer to actual realization of the start of construction of the Cherry Hill main road. From the information that I have, work should begin by the end of the year. At the ministry, we continue to grade and compact many of our inner roads with gravel and sand. I mean, just in an effort to bring temporary relief to some areas that we cannot really touch now to actually construct. This we will continue to do until, of course, we arrive at a permanent solution. With permanent solution, of course, we have to find the additional funding to ensure that, those roads are done. If it's left to me, all the roads in Carriacou, would be done. But, it doesn't happen that way. Resources have to be allocated. And so that is the reason why we have to prioritize. We can only do one at a time, step by step. And I believe that with that, we'll be able to accomplish a lot in the long run. I want to move over in the area of agriculture, and in that area, especially the Limley farm, we Now, Mr. Duncan is no longer with us, but we believe that with the wealth of information that he had passed and he has shared, we are confident now that the farm will continue to progress in a way that we all want it to. We are cognizant that we have a long way to go, but we are proud from whence we came when we started this journey. In this regard, I just want to officially thank Mr. Duncan for his years of dedication in the area of agriculture and for his service to country. I also want to thank all the other workers and members of staff of the Agriculture Division who are attached to the farm for believing and, of course, sharing in the vision to restore the Limle farm to its glory days. And not just to restore it, but to ensure that it remained with us, the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And so I'm excited about where we are and the development that has taken place on that farm since taking office in 2018. We continue to work with the Solid Waste Management Authority to resolve the myriad of issues that we face at the landfill. There's a project, the Landfill Rehabilitation Project. That is a project that was approved by Cabinet to address many of the issues that we face now at the landfill. That project includes the perimeter fencing of the dump, the construction of the road leading to and up to the dump, the creation of specific tilling points at the site. Recently, a landfill attendant was hired, and we are awaiting the award of a contract to provide excavation and other services for the creation of berms around the landfill. We are hoping to have, of course, all of this finalized by the end of August before, so that we can bring some sort of relief to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. As you know, on the CASIB project that we spoke about during the last report, that project is ongoing. The cable has landed, and you may notice some strange persons in Carriacou for the last 2 or 3 weeks on climbing poles. And so they're a part of the project, running the lines to ensure that comes later on this year, we are really connected to broadband, to high-speed internet, in our schools, in our ministry, government departments, to ensure that we really are connected and that we actually pay and receive, proper and better service. So in conclusion, I just want to take this opportunity to wish all an enjoyable regatta festival. To our visitors, I want to urge you to, of course, have a good time, a great time, and of course to come again. To the locals, I urge all of us to participate in all of our activities. Let us make this one a bumper success. I pray for great weather. I pray for true sportsmanship during the sailing aspect of it, and of course an accident and incident-free season. May God continue to richly bless all of us. This is an initiative, a report that I've promised to do quarterly, every 3 months, and of course you would hear from me in the next 3 months. And I just want to add in additionally that I'm expected to be out of state from next week, from next week on government's business in my capacity as the Minister for Legal Affairs. I thank you all for your time and your attention. I thank you for your continued support, for without your support, without your guidance, without your concern, we would not have been where we are today as a government and as a people. And so I want to thank you for your continued support, and I look forward to continued working with each and every one of you to ensure that the Carriacou, the best place on earth, continues to thrive, and I know that it will. Once again, thank you for listening.
This one called Pampa Vibration, Yes, boy. If you see all them women getting on, drinking rum and bending down. I went to a party to free up my mind. As a music man, I go to have a good time. Everyone in the party getting down like some of them women lost their mind. just a Tuesday morning. If you see all them women getting on, drinking rum and bending down. All of the girls them jump and say, I know you can walk it. Long time now you want it. I know you can fix it. So come on and walk it. All they want is a man to cool them down. All they want is a man to rub them down. She body on fire. All she want is water. But she body all over. Plenty water. The woman finds herself inside the wet bed. Watch out the woman soaking wet. You calling for water. The woman calling for the water. All the men and them watching. Yeah. All them pumper rolling. Them pumper vibrating. Just like Tuesday morning. If you see all them we been getting on. Drinking rum and bending down. All of the girls them jump and say, I know you can walk it. Long time now you want it. I know you can fix it. So come on and walk it. All they want is a man to cool them down. All they want is a man to rub them down. Masquerade is coming on the street again. When you check out some of them women, some of them doing the puppy tail. Bumper singing for left to right, all the men and them on hold on tight. Inside of the band, inside of the Tuesday band, all the men and them watching. All them bumper rolling, them bumper vibrating. Just like Tuesday morning, if you see all them we been getting on, drinking rum and bending down. All of the girls them jump and say, I know you can walk it. Long time now you want it. I know you can fix it. So come on and walk it. All they want is a man to cool them down. All they want is a man to rub them down. I went to a party to free up my mind. As a music man, I go to have a good time. Everyone in the
Good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. We've just had the quarterly press briefing. Live out of Carriacou. That was the Honorable Kindra Mathurin Stewart, Minister with responsibility for Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs and Legal Affairs. And she gave an update in relation to several things that are taking place both in Grenada and Carriacou as well. Gave an update in relation to the preparation of the court facility over there on Young Street, You know, the Clico building is being retrofitted to host the courthouse, so that she gave some information on that. It's taking a little longer than anticipated. You have to take into aspects different things like parking, security, the flow of traffic, and so on, not just the building itself.
So come on and walk it. All they want is a man to cool them down.
So that was part of the post, I nearly said post cabinet, but her quarterly briefing. Yeah, it's a fabulous Friday. And next week is Fantastic Friday. It's also my and Devon's final Friday before we go off on vacation. Don't worry, Hard Talk will be on. Yeah, just both of us won't be here. Well, three of us won't be here. Yes, indeed. Morning, Devon.
Good morning, Sheldon. Morning, Grenada.
Mm-hmm. Also, Minister spoke about the housing project up there in Carriacou. Devon, I saw some footage there. They're looking nice, man.
Advanced, man.
Looking nice. You might have some people try to leave St. Vincent and come down and...
You see, understanding the urgency for housing development and the need people, have. And so, just look at the photos of how fast, efficient, and so that the housing project is moving. Right? There is a need for housing, and that is what exactly this government has been doing. Carriacou is a typical example. Right? And the parliamentary representative is and she's proud to be the representative to ensure that benefits is being brought to the people of Carriacou.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's also a wonderful initiative to have this quarterly briefing in the first instance, because not only, the people in Carriacou, sometimes you're in Carriacou and you're still in seeing, So it's important to say it every now and again, to say exactly what was going on. You may be living in Carriacou and you may not know of the infrastructural work that's taking place down in Harveyville. Yeah, because probably in Carriacou, I ain't go down in Harveyville for a while, so you didn't even know all of that taking place down there. We ourselves, Devon, sometimes even within our own constituency, you make a little pass and then you realize you see something, you say, well, wait now, when that happened? But me ain't see that. I pass in certain places that I usually pass and thing, and probably because you're driving and your head sort of down. But when you look up now and you realize, wait now, when that building went up, or when that road do, yeah, certain things like that. We have a call on the line, although we didn't open the phone lines yet, but we lost them. Yeah. So quite a few things taking place up there in Carriacou, agriculture-wise as well. They're looking to revitalize the Limley farm. I know they were seeking buyers for some donkeys quite recently. Yeah, donkeys that had been kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they seized them. Yeah, they were looking for sale for some of them. I don't know if they got sale for all of them, but they were looking for sale for some of them.
Need to bring down some more donkeys down in Grenada. Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, brothers. How are you doing?
Not too bad, my friend. Good morning.
As we speak, the St. Andrews Northwest constituency have a luncheon going on now. You understand?
Okay.
So all who are under the listening ears of my voice, let me drop in the constituency office and get fed.
All right, my brother.
Okay.
All right, take care, my boy.
All right,
Okay.
one love.
All right, good. Mm-hmm.
And folks, you have to remember, while you're talking about the constituency and all of that and thing, all you have to remember the big days tomorrow, Yeah, the NNP Fete, that's taking place tomorrow. Let me touch a piece there.
Saturday, August 3rd, it's NNP's all-day fete. From 12 noon, we kick it off.
NNP's all-day fete.
Enjoy great music, top DJs, top artists, and of course the food in the all-day fete. Enjoy our national dish.
All down.
Barbecue.
Pilau, crab and dumpling.
Curry mutton, waters, pea soup, Creole fish, cuckoo and callaloo, chicken, fish, fries, and many more. A solid bar. Other attractions includes card games, dominoes, and of course some of your top and favorite artists. Carnival Saturday, August 3rd, NNP's all-day fete at the Body Office, Big Yard, Mount Helicon, and St. George's. See you there.
Yes, indeed. So Mount Helicon is the place to be. Some fellas say they're eating today to go eat tomorrow. Yes, so they're heading up. I know several other constituencies, they say they sell all the tickets they had. They want some more. Yeah, so some serious food and drink will be available at the Mount Helicon tomorrow. All right? Nice.
Lots of food, man, and drinks.
Yeah, so that's the place to be. It's now 6 minutes to the hour of 11 o'clock. If you've got to be somewhere for 11 and you're more than 6 minutes out, yeah, you better kind of start to prepare your excuse because, you're late. You're late. All right? Nice. Beautiful. Also, remember our Pan Am Games teams. They are out there. I saw Anderson Peters getting ready. I saw Josh Boateng getting ready. Akila already take part in one match already in tennis. So I'm seeing the preparations and so we're looking forward to seeing our team in action next week and even during Carnival. On Carnival, Monday and Tuesday, I believe we'll have some of our athletes in action. I know starting Monday, going right through to Saturday next week, we have athletes who will be in action at the Pan American Games down there in Chile. So we have to look out for that one. All right?
Also, to some of the young athletes representing the secondary schools, they are in Dominica. Yeah, proudly representing Grenada. All right? So let's give them all their support. And so, and anyone who has updates as to how they're progressing so far, hey, hit us on the horn, call us, let us know. Okay? They are out there for the rest of the week, I think. All right, participating in the Windward Islands Secondary School Games. And we are the defending champions.
Yeah. Yeah, Team Grenada continuing to do excellent at the games and so on. So, folks, remember, tomorrow, all roads lead to Mount Helicon. The NNP all-day fete. All right? Nice. Because, you got different artists passing through and different things taking place and so on. You're going to have games and lots and lots and lots of food. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of food.
And also today, if you don't want to eat for you're keeping an empty stomach for tomorrow, well, I think you need an appetizer. Head up to St. Andrews Northwest, Honorable Delmer Thomas constituency office. They will provide you with some really needed food, okay, to keep you up until tomorrow. So go there and support them. It's the luncheon at the constituency office taking place today. All right.
It's also Rainbow City weekend, Regatta weekend, so activities on both, 2 of the 3 islands, taking place over the weekend. So Regatta weekend up there in Carriacou, the original festival.
Yes.
Up there in Carriacou. That's the oldest of the festivals up there in Carriacou, the Carriacou Regatta. So that one is taking place this weekend. And it's also Emancipation Weekend, Rainbow City weekend.
Rainbow City weekend.
So we expect the Queen Show to be taking place up there.
Queen Show,
I think they have the little march that they does usually have.
Emancipation March.
Yeah.
And as a matter
with
of
the drumming
fact,
and so on.
As a matter of fact, we should expect a call from one of the executive members of CEDU sometime around 5 after 11. Hope that she will call. Good morning and welcome.
Pleasant good morning to you guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Just one point I'd like to raise. Either Devon or Sheldon, I would like you guys to just pass by the stadium and see what's happening, because a lot of people is believing that what the Colombians are doing is a scam. So I just need you guys to check up on that for us, please. Thank you very much, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you.
Well, I don't know how. Caller probably had to tell me in what context they see it as a scam. I don't know.
Yeah.
If they are offering certain goods and so on, and people buying the goods and things, probably could say exactly. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Yes, good morning, Brother Devon. Good morning, Brother Senator Sheldon.
Morning.
Good morning.
We have been alive this afternoon. I hope I see you. And if I see you this evening, make sure I have tight security for tomorrow, because I'm coming down and I will beat the bottom with all pampers. You're laughing.
We will see you tomorrow, please, Lord, hopefully, Ms. Jacob.
We have been alive this evening too.
Oh, that's the St. David constituency?
Yeah, man, we having a big lamb this evening, and all Joseph taking it away this evening.
All right.
They pass up we pass up.
From what time?
They start already, they started from 11. Are you supposed to order, are you meals, man, because headquarters order in the meal.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So you go show it out for us, please, sweetheart.
We will, definitely.
God
okay?
bless you all, and I'm coming down tomorrow, you know. Coming down.
All right, Ms. Jacob, have a wonderful day.
You too, sweetheart.
All
God
right.
bless you, love you. Bye-bye.
You too, love you too.
Right.
Yes, indeed. So Ms. Jacob and her squad, they're heading down tomorrow at the Mount Helicon. All right. Yeah, so we're hoping to see you. Whether it's the busman and then make a little pass you for the lunch. Yeah, we know you want to get your lunch and thing. $10, man, and you organize $10 a portion. Yeah, and you could get your, whether it's your mutton or your what. So you walk with your $10 and you get a nice little portion and handle your scenes. All right, nice. Yeah, don't do like me. No, some others come for one portion and up with 3 and 4, all kind of thing. Yeah,
good morning to all of you who have joined us on the live.
Yeah,
how you doing? And we hope you also too will be there. Those of you who are not on island, but you can still order your food. You know, we have FedEx and all these type of things. You know, and you know the Grenadian food, when it's cooked, it can last 4-5 days, and so before it really spoil without refrigerating. So you can take that chance. Chris, that's for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. All right. So 440-7377
and 347-329-3101.
Yeah, the caller, you have to give us a call back and let us know exactly what it is they're saying with the Colombian, because I don't know. Honestly, don't know. All right, nice. 440-7377. I think the phone line is on.
Good morning and welcome.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I do apologize for not really being specific. It's just yes, they have the goods and services, but specifically I was speaking about the foot detox. With this machine, when you put your foot in the water and then it turns like reddish brown, and then they would tell you that it's taking out all the toxins from your body, and then they will give you a chart, and on the chart you would see based on the color which organ the toxins coming from. But apparently, allegedly, listen to me, allegedly, even if your foot do not go in the water bath, the water would still turn brown. So that's why we just ask if somebody could just check up on that first, please. Because just like they put a little thing in the water and they sprinkle something like a salt, and then it takes out the toxin, allegedly, right? But even if you don't put your foot in it, which it was tested by a reputable, I don't know if you know this station, Sheldon Inside Edition, tested that through some time back, and they found that even if your feet do not go in the water, it still turns brown.
Okay.
So just asking you all to just check it out first, please. Thanks.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
All right, brother. Thanks. 4407377. That's 4407377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. Yeah, and also
347-329-3101. That's the overseas line.
And we say again a special good morning to all of those on the live. Yeah, just remember to share. Yeah?
Like and share.
Yes, indeed. Share, and share. Nice. Yeah, so as we said, this weekend, I don't know if we'll get someone to call in from Carriacou to tell us about what activities are taking place for the regatta. And folks, you need to check with the Osprey lines as well as with the, what's the name of the other boat there again? The Dolly Sea. Because their schedules have changed for the next couple of weeks. They've changed their schedules a bit. And you'd also realize that the Osprey is parking up a little bit more towards the port now as they're doing some work on the jetty there. So you need to check with both of them and find out what is up. All right? Nice. Beautiful. Yeah. You touch one from the Groovy King? Touch one from the Groovy King.
It's that time again for partying. Start the thing to give with the leeway. Back and I'll start on the freeway. I'm feeling as if it's my B-day. Every unhealthy vibes and come alive. Because we give and don't need no play. But the people demonstrate if I'm to perform. Because we give somebody tell them for me. They can't tell me in the chain within no time at all. I some man you know to play mass. Yeah, what we say? Don't come and get us no favors. We money there and all on a holiday. We bumping like it's a normal day. If you can keep up, then stay back. But don't waiting on nobody. Let this girl like that. I reach the best, get a vibe. Oh, some man we alright. It's groovy all night. You feel it, energized. Well, who bring it all up? Everybody's gifted in this one right. So sing out to make a heart to take flight. Because we give and don't need no play. But the people demonstrate if I'm to perform. Because we give somebody tell them for me. They can't tell me in the chain when they go time at all. Your life is red. Yeah, then take that from me. Call me king of Dubai. I got the remedy. Let's jump up in harmony. Happy for all of them. Best believe it. Motivation, all of us need it. We check, and you will feel it. Rhythm up. Imagine a life without music. How will you feel? Man, just like a fish out of water. How will you breathe? Once we feel the heartbeat, we have no choice but to flood the street like a heavy downpour of rainfall. With momentum, look good for it. Set this day down like that. I reach the best, catch a vibe. Hey, some man, we alright. It's groovy all night. You feel it, energized. Well, who bring it all up? Like everybody's gifted in this one right. So sing out to make it hard to take time. And we and no need no play. But the people demonstrate if I'm to perform.
Good morning to you, Deepo. And good morning to all of you there on the live. Brenda, yeah. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Chris. Good morning to you, Cynthia. Good morning to you, Carol. And all of you up there at Paddy's Enterprise in Carriacou. We hope that you all are having a fabulous day today and everything is going all well and okay with you all. Yeah, just remember, because, you know, Once we not there next week and week after, you hear all kind of thing. We're letting you all know. Myself and Devon, yourself, we are on vacation after today. Just for a couple weeks, So you might be hearing different voices on air, but the program will be on. You keep quiet in the back there, Mr. You like too much trouble. Yes, we'll be off for a couple of weeks. But we'll be back somewhere towards the end of August. We'll be back on, Nice, beautiful. 440-7377. That's 440-7377.
And 347-329-3101.
Yeah, last week Friday, Devon. Imagine you had that sod turning ceremony. I haven't heard much people talk about that. That sod turning ceremony up there in St. Patrick, man. Of a $65 million project. Right now they're going to focus on some of those bridges and so on.
That entire project, what would it entail basically?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I thought you're supposed to know. You could ask me that question. What I know is that it's going to start off with some of the bridges and so on, and some of the drainage and that sort of thing. And then you're going to move on to some of the other stuff, all right? Yeah, so we know that is going to be coming up pretty soon, all right? Nice, beautiful. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you to get on to the inside. I wonder, boy, let me see. Let me try. This guy is actually a former Groovy Monarch,
Please do not disturb. Shampoo me up, steady loving. Cover me up, only loving. Powder me up, plenty loving. With all you've got. Shampoo me up, steady loving. Cover me up, only loving. Powder me up, plenty loving. With all you've got.
We've got a call online.
Hey, good morning, Sheldon. Good morning, Devon.
Good morning, my friend.
How are everything?
Great, man.
Yep. I want to give us some information, right, from the NMP Happy Village Group. Saturday, August the 31st, 2019, the Happy NMP Village Group will be having a breakfast in front of Collins and the shop at 6:30 a.m. Many on sale: rose bakes, your whole wheat coconut bakes, plain bakes, salty sauce, fried jacks, fish cake, a local juice, and herbal tea. We are asking the villagers to come out and support a worthy cause. So, Brother Devon, Sheldon, you all have one for God bless you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so that is coming up next week. And as we said, so a lot of different activities coming up over the next few weeks. And you know, you had the Soca Monarch, and you had the Groovy Monarch, and you had the Calypso Monarch. You have various shows over the weekend. But folks, we want to continue to tell you all to be careful, especially on the nation's roads, to be very, very careful. It's becoming a kind of normal thing now on a weekend to, after you have a big event the night before, to be seeing the photos coming of all the accidents the next morning. So we're just asking you all to be careful on the roads.
Very careful.
Yeah, be careful on the roads. All right? Nice, beautiful. Yes, indeed.
Depot.
We've got a call online.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, morning, Brad.
Hey, morning.
Morning, Bull.
Well, you know who talking?
Yes, Bull.
Yeah. Right away now, I fed up. Yeah. I want Kit Mitchell and the rest of the NMP here in Bull right now. He fed up. Because nothing coming in. And I they home like a damn stupidity. I fed up in truth, no joke about that. I'm going to have to do something. If I have to protest, I will protest under one-man army. I fed up in truth, no joke. Army bills and things to pay. And I need what I'm supposed to get. I fed up. No joke. I say I must call to tell you that. Let her hear what Bull's saying. He damn fed up. I'm serious about that.
All right, sir.
All right.
Take care with that yourself, fella. So we go see tomorrow, fella.
Okay.
Right. One love, my brother.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Bola's retired, so now he wants a little something to do. Yeah, he's retired. But
Sheldon, earlier on, he was while the press conference was going on by Honorable Kinja Matun Short, one of the photos that came up was the whole question of the housing projects, right, built by the Chinese. And that is just one out of a number of them, right, that is being built around the Tri-Island state. And so, Carriacou has been far advanced. You have the St. Patrick's one that is going on. You have St. David's far advanced. And so you have St. John's to come on stream, also St. Mark's, and so on. So that is one of the things that government has promised and ensure that is delivered the housing situation in our country.
So you have a total of 647 that are being constructed right now. 226 in St. David. St. David getting the lion's share. You have in Diamond, you have 130. In the Villa up in St. Patrick's, 70. Beaujeu, 121. They've just started on those. Dumfries, those in Carriacou there are 100. Yeah. So that's a total 647 together with the 353 that were built before. That makes it 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah. I think my mathematics correct. I think I wrong the right thing there. Yeah, that look kind of correct. All right, nice. Yeah. So those are the housing units that coming up there right now.
So 1,000 units.
But the good thing is this, that you have with all of the Grenadians who are coming back and all of the visitors right now, these are tangible things that they could see.
Yeah.
They can pass by and they can see that these things are being done and so. Yeah.
Housing. And another thing again when it comes to housing, one of the things that has been promised and has been done by most of our MPs is the assistance to persons with their bathroom and toilets and so. I keep mentioning it because it's so important, right, that we move away from that style of living where you have our women and our young children going out at night to use the toilets and so. That is a thing of the past, right, for us. And we're moving to empower people more, right, ensuring that they're more comfortable within their own homes.
Yeah. And Devon, as you're speaking about comfortable and homes and so on, the Royal Grenada Police Force, they have sent out this press release and it states, put your child's safety first. And it goes because we know some people heading to Jab Jab Fest tonight. Yeah, National Stadium car park. They're heading to Jab Jab Fest tonight. You have the Specky Sunday. That is going to be played. Well, as for Specky Sundays on Sundays, not on Monday. Specky Sunday.
Super Specky Sunday.
Super Specky Sunday had to be on a Sunday, it's not Monday. So that's taking place at the bus terminus up there in Grenville. You also have the Cow Pen, I believe, has some big activity as well. You have Beach Jam taking place on Monday. You have Beach Jam. And you have the Queen Show and so for Rainbow City and all of that. So a lot of activities taking place over the weekend. And in all of that, the Royal Grenada Police Force is saying, put your child's safety first. With the carnival season underway and the Children's Carnival Frolic just days away, because I think that's tomorrow as well. The Children's Carnival Frolic is tomorrow. They're starting with that little procession coming from the Ariza car park, coming along Melville Street and heading on to the National Stadium.
Yeah, the Junior Panorama Champion is also tomorrow.
Right. So with the carnival season underway and the Children's Carnival Frolic just days away, the Royal Grenada Police Force is appealing to parents and guardians to put the safety of their children above all else. Parents and guardians are reminded that children must not be left at home unsupervised, and that every safety precaution should be taken to ensure they are protected from the individuals with criminal intent that may be lurking during the carnival season and at carnival-related events. The Royal Grenada Police Force is encouraging parents, guardians to establish ground safety rules that are simple, positive, and specific. Tell your kids what they should do ahead of time, rather than after leaving home. They are also reminded that when attending carnival activities, children should be kept in sight, close contact, and not be allowed to stray. Children must be accompanied to bathrooms, and that they should not entrust the care of their children to strangers or persons that they themselves or children are not fully acquainted with. Parents, guardians are also advised that they should place their child's name as well as their own contact information on their children in the event of loss. Avoid moving through crowded areas and through floats. Help their children to recognize the right person to assist them and teach them how to spot a grown-up that can be trusted, such as a policeman, security officer, or a member of the organizing committee who will be in uniform and wearing a tag, and tell him or her, if lost, to go to one of those persons and seek help. Remember to take a photo of your child with your phone before leaving home. This way you'll have an image of your child in her current outfit to show to others if he or she gets lost. All right, so that's some information coming there from the Royal Grenada Police Force. So some very important things. You dress your child and you're leaving home. Don't just take a photo of yourself. Take a photo of your children too. So in case they're lost, you could show that to the police. You could send that to the police. This is the child that's lost. All right?
Very, very good advice. And so
it's good for especially the little ones. Somewhere, nobody ain't saying you have to take a big tape and put across the chest with the name and so on. But somewhere in their clothing that you could have something with your name and your address, the child's name, your name and your address, and your phone number.
Somewhere in their pocket.
Yeah, somewhere inside there. So at least if they found, someone could check that and be able to say, okay, this is the number, this is the mother or father, I can call this person also. So mother, father number and so on, and the name of the child, your name and so on, you can leave that on something inside the child pocket.
Yeah, it's a nice way. My pocket, my name is Sheldon. All right, my mother and father name is so and so, and their phone number is so and so. Simple. And just shove it in their pocket. That they will remember. All right, in case that they reach into any difficulties. Be mindful. Very good, safe advice from the Royal Grenada Police Force. Also, Sheldon, just a warning, a reminder, however you want to take it forward, drivers, right, on the road, on the nation's road over the festive season. We have seen at one point in time an increase in vehicular accidents, right, and it is because, in my view, of negligence by a lot of our drivers. But I really want to appeal to those drivers who continue to drink and drive. It is a dangerous thing to do, very dangerous. And I appeal to our bus drivers, taxi drivers, those of you who are commuting persons around our island. Be mindful of that. Do not drink and drive. Okay? It is illegal to do that. And you can get yourself in trouble, much less you meet an accident under the influence of alcohol. The dangers it creates. I beg of all of you, drivers on a whole, do not drink and drive, okay?
Yes, indeed. And also, when it comes to the children as well, that piece of advice that the police are giving, don't stay outside and send your children in the toilet, the public bathroom, and so be it at the National Stadium, be it in town on one of the carnival days or so on. Don't stay across the road and send your child to the toilet.
No,
yeah, you don't know who inside there. Yeah, male as well as female. You don't know who inside there. Accompany your child to the bathroom. Yeah, accompany your child to the bathroom. You bring them and bring them back. Sometimes just that space between there, you say, okay, it's just across the road there. I go watch. Yeah, and by the time you glance they're gone. Yeah, it's not that children disappear here. But I mean that they may get taken up in a crowd or something like that. Yeah, and then you don't know who is inside there waiting with some nefarious purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the things, some men were in public space and so you have your daughter, you're afraid to enter the female bathroom to ensure that your daughter release herself. Don't be afraid. You go in there for one purpose, to ensure that your child is safe and she do what she has to do. Okay? The women and whoever is inside it, they will see a man coming in with a young child. They will have no problem.
Well, no problem.
Well, if they
take what I'm telling you.
Well,
have a problem.
I cannot understand why you would have a problem in I accompanying my daughter to go and urinate in the public bathroom as a male. Right? Hey, it's my daughter. I don't trust perhaps another female, but her mother and her sisters to do it. You know, and it has to be done. So you know, we have to be flexible in things like that.
And folks, just remember you can call in 440-7377
and 347-329-3101.
Yeah, and also other tips, you can't leave your children with strangers.
No.
You can't not know a person in the community or a person just come and live in the community and you're going to leave your children with them. You can't do that. Also, it can't be a case that you're in town and you want to run and do something, so you tell somebody, hold that child from it. You can't, them kind of crazy, that craziness.
Yeah, that is, man.
You don't do that.
Child is not a package you just drop down and, you know, and so.
Yeah, and the police also say, remember to state clearly to your children before, the do's and don'ts before you leave. Yeah, don't try to tell them afterwards. When other things taking their attention, you talk to them at home before, so they know the do's and don'ts, right? And teach them to identify the police officers, security officers. So let them know this is a police officer. In case you're lost, go to one of these people. Go to a police officer. In case you're lost, you have the people who on the Spice Mass, who work along with Spice Mass. They usually have on the T-shirts saying Spice Mass and so, and they have on their tag and that sort of thing, so that the children could approach one of them, right? Or they could approach, and there'll be police officers all over, as you know. There are usually police officers spaced throughout the crowds and so.
They are visible.
So it wouldn't be difficult for them to find a police officer. All right? Nice. So we have to make sure that they can do that. All right?
A very important thing again, Sheldon, and you keep mentioning it in all the activities that, you know, would happen around. Spice Mass, Christmas and so. Young people, well, persons on a whole, be mindful of who you take a drink from, right? Who you eat from. It's very important. Very important you watch what you eat and what you drink, and especially what you drink. There are persons out there, they are unscrupulous. They will do things to hurt you. And one of the things is by spiking your drink, putting something in your drink to make you basically unconscious, to make you do things that you would not normally do. So you have to be on the alert, right? Be careful of who you receive a drink from. If you're not sure, accompany the person to the bar, right? Let them buy the drink and give it, and you watch them, receive it and give it to you. Otherwise, don't receive it. Be cautious. It's very important. We do not want our young men or young women to get caught up in things that they normally would not do. And right, you are the ones that become victims of all these things because of you want to be part of the activity. You want to follow your friends. You want to be part of the drinking of some alcohol or the drinking of this, but not paying attention, right, as to what you consume. Please.
Yeah, you need to ensure, because there's several things you have to, I mean, a lot of this is common sense too, that you don't just, okay, you're in the crowd or you're in the, and you send somebody to get a drink and they come back with an open drink for you. Now, number one, in the carnival activities, and especially in all of the activities at the stadium and in most of the other activities as well, they do not allow you to leave with the bottle. They pour it out for you. So it means that if somebody's offering you a drink, you should go behind them and get the drink, and then you all could go back and stand up where you was, or you go back and jam where you was, or whatever it is. But do not receive open drinks from people, even food.
Even food.
Yeah. You could get something in a soup and all them kind of thing too. So be careful with that.
Very careful.
And be on the lookout for the counterfeit money.
Oh.
Be on the lookout for the counterfeit money.
Because those of them who are engaged in those activities, they are in a rage for one specific reason. The $50 and the $100 and the $20 about to go out. And the new ones coming in, it will be much more difficult for them to duplicate or to counterfeit. Okay, it will take them some time to really come up with a scheme. So in the meantime, they want to offload all their old bills, the old $50, the old $100 that they think that you are not paying attention to.
Yeah, so please, especially at the activities that are coming up, because some of the promoters, you all may find yourself holding a bag
of $100 bill that is no use.
Yeah, so you have to be careful.
Yeah. And I feel I'm sorry for the average vendor on the street, right, that receives those type of money. I mean, that's a loss, a heavy loss for them because of their turnover, right? So you have to be very, very careful when it comes to the counterfeit money around this time.
But you know, this putting thing in people drink and food is not a new thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, man. We even had a song on that. Yeah, we even had a song on that, you know. You know we had a song on that?
Yeah.
morning to you, Zephyrin. Zephyrin's having a sale, he says, yeah. At Sarah's here and Beauty Supplies in Grenville. 3 locks for 10. 3 lock for 10. Yeah.
I go think I go in mine, Zephyrin.
I didn't know what kind of lock is that, no? Good morning, Zephyrin.
Zephyrin, go there at Sarah's Beauty Supply. Yeah,
in Grenville.
It's nice to eat with a friend, but when you eat it, what you eating? Be careful with what you eating. Of course, I fish and color. I eat my belly start to grumble. Then people say I can't get away. Oh Lord, the same time I get a vision to check with a Obia man, and hear what the Obia man tells me. Jungle, you're really lucky. You come and visit me, Ollie. That girl will I eat all you the money. Yes, man. You say as a Calypsonian, you have a good inspiration. Go and tell your mother in your song. Matilda, tell mama, say, yeah. Sing the one what you put in the callaloo. Matilda, tell mama for me, woman. Sing the one what you put in the callaloo.
So it's not Kalaloo alone opportunity in these days, so you have to be careful. You have to be real careful. All right, yes, folks, remember it's happening at the Mount Helicon tomorrow. That's going to be starting sometime around 11. The first set of food should be out, so anywhere from 12 you should be safe. So make a pass by the new National Party Mount Helicon tomorrow. It's the NNP All-Day Fed.
It's NNP's All-Day Fed. From 12 noon, we kick it off.
NNP's All-Day Fed.
Enjoy great music, top DJs, top artists, and of course the food in the All-Day Fed. Enjoy our national dish.
All down.
Barbecue.
Pilau, crab and dumpling.
Curry mutton, waters, pea soup, Creole fish, cuckoo and callaloo, chicken, fish, fries, and many more. A solid bar. Other attractions includes card games, dominoes, and of course some of your top and favorite artists. Carnival Saturday, August 3rd. NNP's All-Day Fete at the Party Office, Big Yard, Mount Helicon, and St. George's. See you there.
All right, and I've gotten the Osprey line schedule, and for Carriacou Regatta, today being the 2nd of August, they've gone up already, so Grenada to Carriacou at 9 a.m. They're leaving Carriacou to return to Grenada at 3:30. Then they're leaving Grenada to head back to Carriacou at 5:30 p.m. this evening, and Carriacou to Grenada at 8 p.m. So they're making a trip from Carriacou down to Grenada tonight at 8 p.m. Wow. And then tomorrow, they're making the Grenada to Carriacou at 9 a.m. Then they're heading back down at 3:30, and that remains so for Sunday as well. No, Sunday, they're going Grenada to Carriacou. They're leaving Grenada at 8 a.m., and they're leaving Carriacou at 3:30 p.m. On Monday, they leave Grenada at 9 a.m., they leave Carriacou at 3:30 p.m., and then they leave Grenada at 5:30 p.m. Tuesday, that's Tuesday coming up. They're leaving Carriacou at 6 a.m. Then they're leaving Grenada at 9 a.m. Then they're leaving Carriacou at 3:30 p.m. And for Grenada's Carnival, that's just for the Carriacou Regatta week. Now for Grenada's Carnival itself, next week Friday, Fantastic Friday, they'll leave Grenada at 9 a.m. and depart from Carriacou at 3:30 p.m. Next week, Saturday, they're going to be leaving Grenada at 9 a.m. and Carriacou at 3:30. So they will be having a trip back down next week, Saturday. And then on Carnival Sunday. All right, so listen to the schedule carefully. Those of you in Carriacou for Carnival Sunday with the Osprey Lines. Grenada to Carriacou, 8 a.m. Carriacou to Grenada, 11 a.m. Yeah, so they're leaving Carriacou at 11 a.m. next week's, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, 11 a.m. Grenada to Carriacou, 1:30 p.m. And Carriacou to Grenada, 3:30 p.m. So let me go over that one for Carnival Sunday again. It is Grenada to Carriacou at 8 a.m. Carriacou to Grenada at 11 a.m. Grenada to Carriacou at 1:30 and Carriacou to Grenada at 3:30 p.m.
Oh, so they have a busy Sunday.
Yeah. Monday, that's Juve morning. They're leaving Grenada to head up to Carriacou at 9 a.m. So all the people who don't want to take part in the oil and thing and they want to get through, all they had, let the people pass so they could get to the boat. Yeah, right. So that's Juve morning. Let the people pass through. Right. So they're heading up. I wonder if any job go up on the boat. You never know, you know. It has some job might just decide I can't take this thing I'm going up, you know.
The job appearing anywhere, you know.
Yeah, next thing, job on the boat, you know. Anyhow. So Juve morning, they're leaving Grenada at 9 a.m. and coming back down from Carriacou at 3:30 p.m. They're leaving Carriacou. And Carnival Tuesday, they leave Grenada at 9 a.m. and Carriacou at 3:30 p.m. So quite a busy schedule there for the Osprey for the next 2 weeks. Yeah. Quite a busy one. So remember, today they have a trip leaving Carriacou coming to Grenada 8 p.m. tonight. They have a trip leaving Carriacou at 8 p.m. tonight. All right, so they have Grenada to Carriacou at 5:30. Yeah, they're going back up this evening, but then they're coming back down after they go back up. Wow. So that's the unusual one there. So they'll be leaving Carriacou at 8 p.m. tonight. For more information, you could always check www.partygrenada.com. You could get all the information on Dolly C and Osprey Lines and all the parties and so on that you want to go to. You could get that. Check it out there tonight. All right? Well, today, yeah. So those who want to come down from Carriacou and you decide you want to make the 3:30, you could make the 8 p.m. Yeah, so the boat running, man. The boat running. All right? Well, it ain't running, and he floating, but he coming down. Yeah, all right.
Hey, Brian. If you got a chance, bro, give us a call. Let us know the preparations of Angel Harps and some of the other bands.
The Panyard Lime. The Panyard Lime.
Yeah. Good morning and welcome.
Brendan, sorry. Sheldon Devon, good morning. Morning, Mr. Deputy, Mr. Watt.
Morning.
Patty and Matthew. In Canada, are you feeling that night? Are you missing that? Therefore, all of them, all the Angel Harps. All Angel Harps boys in New York, Brooklyn and New York, all over, Canada, England, Grenada nice today. People in this place or so. Anyhow, Devon?
Yes, darling.
And Sheldon, I want to say to Jill and Plenty, good morning. But we have people in this place, but they don't spend no money yet. I don't know how we done. They don't spend no money by here at all.
Don't worry, the money goes spend.
But you mean don't worry? they don't come here and buy the cocoa and nothing.
That by the when they're going back, no.
When they going back, they want to spend all the money and drink the rum and the bed. But they have a lot of Grenadians here. Plenty of them. And you want them to enjoy the carnival and play it safe. Yeah.
All right.
Copy.
So you're saying things
Sheldon and they want to have juking bowl. Anybody want the local juking bowl?
All right.
And they want to bring it back as a souvenir. They come and get it there.
All right.
Okay.
Straight
Anyhow,
I
don't know how that man selling locks. What locks he talking about? You see something wrong with it? That's why it's natural lock.
That between you and Zephyr.
This man is saying you have a color.
You and Zephyr go have it
Well, I
out.
don't know. Anyhow,
take care,
you
darling.
have a blessed weekend and are you going on holiday?
Yes, darling.
Yes, we
A
are.
woman, she breadfruit. She have a she zabuka. She goes up, loose me, and she breadfruit. She will make island today. Yes, so you have a blessed weekend and enjoy your holiday.
You too, darling.
All right, here on the terminal.
Take care.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And I want to know, because I know they've been having some of the Panyard Lime too, eh?
Yeah, last night in particular, you had the Panyard in St. Andrews, right? Rainbow City All Stars. They had the Panyard Lime in collaboration with Sidhu.
Yeah,
right?
so I know they've been having some of the Panyard Lime. Yeah. I ain't know any Angel Harps Panyard Lime coming up, but I need to hear. I need to hear.
Road pan with that.
Yeah.
Ban! Really?
Yeah, you understand? 4407377
and 347-329-3101.
Yeah. The Grenada Cultural Foundation, they had that march yesterday. Yeah, they had the Emancipation March yesterday, so they went.
And the reading of the proclamation.
Yeah, that was an important thing. Important one. Yes. Yeah, must remember the ancestors.
And you know, I want us to continue to look and to link the whole emancipation and our carnival. It is very important. We must always continue to try and link it, the importance of both of them, right, at this point in time. It's so important. Don't take it for granted, right? The celebrations of the African, the slaves and the link with the jab. It is important. Let us dig into our history, all right, and continue to focus on the meaning, the importance of it as we celebrate both Emancipation Day weekend and our Spice Mass. Okay?
Yes, indeed. Yes, as we said, 4407377, I just missed a call.
Yes.
Yeah, I just missed one of the calls there,
So whoever just called, please give us a call back.
Yes, indeed.
You call, it's important, so don't miss that opportunity.
Yeah, I was looking at some footage yesterday, some years ago. And strange enough, I was looking at some footage years ago of carnival coming across, mass bands coming across the Carriacou and so on. And when it had one with a DJ truck, Moss International, so it was a live band. So it was live music. So you had fellas singing and so on, and the brass and everything. Right, so you had that. And then you had mainly steel pan. So I saw Comancheros, and so I see a lot of people I know. See Comancheros, I saw Angel Harps, I saw I saw Springs. Yeah,
okay.
I saw Springs steel band
that's way
coming
back.
down.
That's definitely way back.
Now you're talking about 1990, was 1993?
Early 90s.
1996, I think. 1995, 1996. One was 1993, and there's another one that was 1996 or somewhere there. So seeing the steel pan, it was not only nostalgic, but it said to me that's something that we have to look at again.
Definitely look again.
Any mechanism to get the steel pan back on the road, particularly on a Carnival Tuesday, to get them back on the road and so on, I think it's going to be a wonderful thing. You had an iron ring and so on, man.
An idea that the number of mass bands that we have, okay, and so what you can do, we have some pretty big steel bands. You can ask a steel band to cut themselves in two and share with one mass band and the other mass band. And even if it's only on Tuesday, as it is right now, get the bands and the steel bands together and parade on the street. Our young people have been missing that over a number of years. They don't understand that part of our culture. It is very important. I would love to see, right, those mass bands and the steel bands come together and bring back the pan on the street much more. And kudos to the bands who over the years has continued that tradition. And I really hope the others, come in and do something. When you think about the beauty of this thing, and it's
I think anybody who knows what it's like and sees that video that I saw, and I think I might put a link to it in a while, but sees that video that I saw, I think they'll feel a little nostalgic. They're going to want it back. You understand? People who know it, they're going to want it back. But I think one of the problems that the steel bands have been complaining about is that when they're passing by, the DJs refuse to turn down the music.
Yes.
And that is why some of them, they're just not bothering to fight. They're willing to do it, They're willing to come out on the streets on a Carnival Tuesday. Yes. And I know fellas like Padmo and Coppers and all of them ready to knock the iron already. Fellas like Brian ready to play the steel pan and so on. All Chenny, all of these guys, they're willing to come out and do the thing. Pele, we know you're willing and you're ready.
But the cooperation.
But the problem is you come out to do that, and then when you're passing by a DJ, they just refuse to turn the music down.
Disrespect. And I consider that as disrespect. When you have because before, Sheldon, when the steel bands were parading the bands, and I'm talking about late 70s, even early 80s, when the band reached right around the DJ man turned down his music and allow the music of the steel band, to be dominant. And that is what we want. We want to hear our culture, dominate the streets in Spice Mass. Mm-hmm. Bring it back. Let us get this thing more organized. And I'm appealing to the mass bands, the steel bands, and Spice Mass in general. Get everybody together and come up with something, even if it is only on Tuesday. You have all the bands parading, and they are parading with a steel band.
Mm-hmm. But that might be interesting, but I don't think all the bands go on that.
Well, you give them an option. They can parade, but I don't know.
Because even back in the day, not all. I mean,
not
some of them
all,
had
they had
a local DJ,
Mhm.
but some had. There's another band I'm trying to remember. I remember Morse International, but in the mid '90s, the early '90s, there was another band that used to be out. And for the life of me, I'm trying to remember the name. No, not Morse International, Rhythm Mix, and there was another one that used to be out, and it's just slipping me the name of that band. One of you might remember the name of that band.
Depot.
That used to be around as well.
Depot, I know. I will continue to whistle in the wind.
Call name, I go whistle.
In high wind, not just in wind, I will continue to whistle in high wind. Perhaps one day the wind might just tone down a bit, and you will definitely hear that whistle.
Yeah, call name, I go whistle. But folks, remember, this is taking place tomorrow, right? Yeah.
Carnival Saturday, August 3rd. It's NNP's All Day Fat. From 12 noon, we kick it off.
NNP's All Day Fat.
Enjoy great music, top DJs, top artists, and of course the food in the All Day Fat. Enjoy our national dish.
All down.
Barbecue.
Pilau, crab and dumpling.
Curry mutton, waters, pea soup, Creole fish, cuckoo and callaloo, chicken, fish, fries, and many more. A solid bar. Other attractions includes card games, domino, and of course some of your top and favorite artists. Carnival Saturday, August 3rd. NNP's All Day Fat at the Party Office, Big Yard, Mount Helicon, and St. George's. See you there.
Yes, Devon, I like the tune.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, you don't like it. Love it, man.
I like nearly everything Mr. West sings.
But yeah, you have a beautiful voice,
Yeah, man.
Beautiful voice. I mean,
I think we have some underrated people. Yeah, we have Major Dixon. We have
Major
Mr.
Dixon,
West.
Mr. West.
Yeah, Rankin Marvin, who I don't hear much of. I don't know what's up with Rankin Marvin. Haven't heard about him for quite a little while.
Unique voice for
a former groovy monarch,
yeah.
Former groovy monarch. And I tell you, he was able to convince me he's a proper artist the night of that groovy monarch he wanted there. With Rent-A-Tile?
Yes.
Yeah, that man win hands down. You couldn't beat him.
I'm telling you,
hands down.
These are the persons that, I mean, sometimes, they may have issues and so on, decide to pop out, but we need to have these guys with unique voice, especially the groovy. Now it's picking up, have a life of its own.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to have them, the old and the new, man.
Yeah, so Rankin Marvin, man, yeah.
Rankin Marvin.
Mm-hmm. Donkeys is a former groovy monarch as well,
Well, the first groovy monarch.
Oh, is he the first?
Yeah. It is.
I have to check the listing. I've seen listings for the Soca Monarchs. Mm-hmm. Everybody leading from Black Wizard up to Lil Natty and Thunder.
Right up.
The Calypso Monarchs, although I think they have a little thing there. But one of the problems I have as well is that sometimes you have the listing of who won, but you don't have like the second, third.
Yeah.
I think you should have the top five positions as well. Or even the top three. Because in those years, sometimes you have a song that was so wonderful, the person didn't perform good the night, so they didn't win. But that song might have even come back and be the road march or something. So I think when it comes to those competitions, we need to start looking at compiling the data as not just who won, but also who came second and third. For instance, I was saying, just the other day, I've seen many title defenses before. And some who are accustomed going to Soca Monarch, you may agree with me or you may not, but I believe the best Soca Monarch defense that I've ever seen, and the person did not retain the crown, was actually Boogie B.
Yes.
Some people may not agree.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
When Boogie B won that crown, he won with Clear the Smoke, right? And he defended with Swim. And in all the years, the one person that I see that had, man, you could nearly not fault anything that he did in his presentation and so on that night. But he wasn't able to win because I think he was defeated, by Mr. Killer. Mr. Killer, Naz? Was defeated by Mr. Killer? Was it Mr. Killer or the brothers? Somebody defeated him. Boogie B won in 2005.
After Ivan.
And then, so he won in 2005. So who came in 2006 would have defeated, I keep using that term, would have. Mr. Killer. Yeah, because Killer was the king in 2004. That's when he won his first crown, with a damaged neck. Yeah, when he damaged his neck, and he sang and he won there. And then Boogie B beat him the following year with Clear the Smoke. And then the year after that, he came back with Warriors and he won. And the thing is, I think Killer, I mean, it was, I'm not taking anything away from Killer. I'm just saying that the best title defense that I've seen from somebody who wasn't able to successfully defend the crown is Boogie B. You don't hear much about him, but Boogie B. When he sang Swim, that was a fabulous song. Yeah. He's not taking part in competitions again. Yeah. I think he's Boogie Blingzilla or something now. Yeah, some other name he's going by right now. Boogie Blingzilla, I think it is, or something like that. But that's one of the best title defenses I saw. The person who obviously is so Boise able to successfully defend this crown before. And we look forward to see how Lil Natty and Thunder are going to defend
this year.
Yeah, next week Friday, just 1 week away, huh? One week away.
And then another interesting competition is to see the reigning Calypso monarch defend his crown. And not just defend it from a couple of other kings, former kings, but his son, who is basically right on his heels.
Yeah.
And has two wonderful renditions. So we expect big things Carnival weekend. You know, big things.
Yeah, but no matter which way you look at it, you're going to have some upset people.
Oh, yeah. Very
Because the way how some of these people going after some of these artists and so, I mean...
They passionate, yeah.
But then that's Grenadians on a whole. We're passionate about with politics. We're passionate about with music. So you can't vex. And that's the thing. I don't know how somebody can vex with somebody because they're supporting an artist. You can't vex with somebody because they're supporting an artist. Well, you shouldn't be vexed with them because they supported an artist.
You shouldn't be vexed at all. Why?
That's just how we Grenadians are. Yeah. So what you
like, I don't like.
Yeah. So
your taste is not my taste. you know, I love there are certain Calypsonians I love to hear. Yeah, those that I will listen to their songs, but I don't, appreciate them as Calypso as the others that I may think. That's just my preference, my choice. And we have to respect each other's view, right? And you'll always find that rivalry when it comes around Spice Mass. The different, villages, the different parishes who have representation, and so you will find that. Look at the Queen Show, for example. It creates that sort of rivalry among
everybody wants to be able to say that we have the most beautiful woman in our parish.
Dominant.
So St. David's always wanted.
St. Andrews.
Everybody always wanted.
In my view, St. Andrews has the most beautiful queen.
When was the last time St. Andrews won Queen Show?
It's been a while.
No, St. Patrick take it a couple times. St. David and
St. George's.
St. George. St. John's. St. Mark and St. Andrew and Carriacou have been sort of.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and not that that doesn't say anything about the standard and quality of the young ladies that come out from those areas. It doesn't say anything about that because some of the most beautiful ladies in the world come from those parishes.
Oh, yes.
It's just that they haven't been able to secure on the night. On the night is based on several things and not just the looks of the individual. It's based on the talent. It's based on the
combination
outfit and the costume and everything.
The competition.
You don't judge it by which parish you're from. You judge it by your performance on the night.
Well, yeah.
And it goes from the Queen Show to the Soca Monarch to the Calypso Monarch to the Groovy Monarch.
And everything.
It's not based on what parish you're from or what village you're from. It's based on your performance on the night.
On the night.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for St. Andrews this year. Queen Show.
You must root for St. Andrew.
In my view, one of the most beautiful black princes I've seen in a long while. I'm just biased.
What song you find trending for the road march this year, though? What song?
Skinny Bantan. I love Skinny Bantan.
What I do wrong again?
What I do wrong again?
So I find that's trending for the road march.
That trending too.
Yeah.
Once you see the people in the road with the exercise group singing that song, look out.
It's the first year I haven't been able to gauge properly what's looking as road march.
I heard, and anytime women in particular become the dominant voice with a tune, look out. Road road match.
Yeah.
and he definitely is picking up, more than the others. But again, it's a long time before Spice Mass, right?
A long time, but we in Spice Mass already.
When I say that the weekend, it's sung as if it's
you
next
mean somebody
week,
go drop a tune now?
Well, not just Sting. You have music that perhaps drop 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they're just picking up. And
But there are certain people, I don't know, certain people I love to see back in the groovy, for instance, that I love to see people like Short Pre back in the groovy.
Yeah. Yeah, Deepo, what I do wrong again, man? I know you're asking. That's Deepo's favorite, I tell you that.
But and this is strange, I don't even have that song on the system.
That song, man, it just from the time you hear it,
Benji, drop down on the desktop for me.
Yeah, you begin to be inquisitive. What is singing again?
Yeah, but again, I think the quality of Grenada's music is maintained.
Oh, it's skyrocketing. Look at the groovy.
Yeah. I look forward, hopefully, to seeing Mr. Killer. Yeah.
Killer,
yeah.
Tampri.
Mr. Killer, I'm looking forward to seeing Mr. Killer probably during the Soca Monarch. I don't see him competing in Soca Monarch in Grenada. I don't see it happening.
Unless
some people have been asking.
Unless the figures...
But even if the figures up, it's not easy for you to win the international Soca Monarch and then you come home to Grenada, you take part in the competition.
Right.
And somebody who never even win a school Soca Monarch come and beat you.
It's all about
it's all
about the performance on the night.
Not only the performance on the night, they might just come with a runaway hit. It has certain songs that just take the place. Like a one-hit wonder. It have people come up with some big song and take the place. And so it ain't easy to be the first non-Trinidadian to win the international Soca Monarch. You come out, boy,
and lose it back home.
Ronnie J beat you. And that is not a far-fetched notion because Ronnie J real good on it.
Well, I find you're talking about Ronnie J as if he,
No, what I mean is that when you look at, but anyway, we have a call online.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm hearing you all very, very low.
Yeah, but you go ahead.
Go right ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. I heard you all talking about Calypso, but one disappointment I have in the Calypso competition this year, I don't know what really went on with Rootsman Kelly. I think that this guy should be in the final. He's one of the best Calypsonian right now in Grenada, and I'm surprised he did not make it to the final. I didn't look at the show. I didn't listen it on the radio, but I really don't know what went on with this guy. I'm really disappointed that Rootsman Kelly is not inside there. The other names there are good names in there. When you look at Beast, or Sapan, but I think Rootsman Kelly should be there to compete, man. That's what I want to say.
Okay. All right, my friend. Have a wonderful weekend.
I'm not hearing you also, but okay.
Okay. Have a wonderful weekend.
What I can say is that, again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. It all depends on your performance on the night. And while you may have, on the radio, you may have the most popular song. You may even have a song that has gone regional or even international. So it is not a song that people are listening to only in Grenada, they're listening to outside. You may have one of the best stage performances in the preliminaries, in the 10th and so on. And when it comes to the semi-final stage, you mess up on stage. There's many times that you have artists who either they forget their line. I'm not saying this is what happened to Rootsman Kelly because I myself have not seen the melody Papitet. I wasn't there, and I did not see anything. Yeah, from that.
One strong rendition, and the other one is not.
And that could be it as well because it's a 2-song competition.
Exactly.
One song could be real strong, and the next song drag you down.
Yeah.
And
we've seen that over the years.
And when we say over the years, over the decades, because you had guys
come up.
They come up with a big song, most popular song. They might even win road match with it. And the second song just really weak. It can't add points to help them to beat somebody who comes with 2 songs that one of the songs that they have may not even match up to the one song that you have, but the 2 songs, by the time you measure them out, they get more points than you.
And we have seen a lot of artists, for example, Black Wizard, right? Even Scholar, right? The number of artists who have been in competition and they have one powerful song, but they back up the other rendition is not as strong and as powerful to make it, right up to the top. And that is just one of the scenarios. Other reasons.
Depot is saying his second rendition was poor. Well, Depot followed it, so I don't know.
I didn't follow it, so you know. So it's
we've seen it happen to Rootsman before a couple of years ago when he came with Same Song Again. That song was so strong, but the second song, in the eyes of the judges, probably wasn't as strong, and he didn't make it to the final. The year he sang Same Song Again, he didn't make it into the finals. Then he sang Flowers and so on, and Judiciary and all these things, and he made it into the finals. Yes, so
it's a combination of things what the judges will consider, your performance, and so the rendition that you sing, one might be weak and strong, and so it's all depends on the night.
Yeah, because he has one of the best voices in Grenada right now, and he has some really thought-provoking songs that he puts together, and so Customer Service is a classic. It's a wonderful song.
Definitely.
In fact, it's one of the better songs for the year. One of the best songs for the year is Customer Service. But I can't say I know his second song.
I don't.
Yeah, and there's probably a reason for that. But I can't say I know his second song. One of the things, though, is that I'm hoping that more and more of the Calypsonians take the opportunity and get their songs recorded. I know that the Ministry and the Cultural Foundation, etc., has been working along with them to get that done. But I'm not only looking at getting your songs for this year recorded. There are many songs that we are losing. And when I say we're losing it, the songs from the 70s and the 80s and even the 90s and early 2000s, we're losing a lot of songs. And when I say we're losing it, somebody may be able to give you 2 verses out of it. But once that Calypsonian closed their eye and there's no recording, if Gentle Ben wasn't there and have time to tape that performance or somebody has a recording of it, if that doesn't happen, we've lost that song.
You know, a Calypsonian I would really love to see, record or have most of his music out there is Chain. Calypsonian Chain.
The immortal Chain. The immortal Chain.
He has, he has a number of classics way back in the 70s. Chain used to compete in the competition and place second and third consistently.
In the 70s?
In the 70s, late 70s.
Yeah, that's why he's the immortal Chain.
Yeah, it's, excellent Calypsonian.
Yes, indeed. So, Devon, we only have 2 minutes remaining on today's program. And, folks, that's our program for today. Yeah, that's our program for today. And as we told you, myself and Devon, we're out.
Yeah, we're out.
Yeah, we're out. You're gonna get the carnival version of Hard Talk for the next 2 weeks before we come back in. So, 3 of us. All 3 of us will be out. So just letting you know, because people have a certain way of taking things and try to twist it.
Of course.
So we're letting you know up front.
That we will out. Much needed vacation.
Mm-hmm. So folks, remember tomorrow it's the NNP All Day Fete. That's going to be taking place at the Mount Telecon. You can come on up, get your food and drinks and so on, and enjoy the company of various parliamentarians. They'll be around and so on. Yeah, you might see Devon make a look past you. You might see me make a look past you. That kind of thing. So it's taking place tomorrow at the Mount Telecon. They're busy in preparation. While we've been doing the program, you're hearing the door opening and closing, and you're hearing noise making outside there and people laughing and all kind of thing going on because the place is a buzz right now. They're getting ready for the NNP All Day Fete tomorrow, and it ain't going to be 10 lonely people standing up. No, it's going to be the NNP All Day Fete. Ain't no 10 lonely people standing up.
Hundreds of people passing in.
It ain't no 10 lonely people standing up.
Waiting for a plate of food.
All the lonely people, where do they all come from? So that's taking place tomorrow, folks. Remember to stay safe on the nation's road. If you're drinking, don't drive. If you're driving, don't drink. Just remember to take care of yourself and your family. All right, folks. And what you're saying, Mr. Technical Man? Yeah? Oh, I'm trying to find it. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm looking for it there. Right, nice. So I'll put that to play. Nice. All right. Yeah. So remember to use your seatbelt. Don't drink and drive. keep it safe on the nation's roads.
Be careful what you eat and drink. And
Yeah.
who give you things to eat and drink.
And look out for the children.
Look out for our children.
Yeah.
They're the future.
All right. So we are out. Enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend.
And the rest of
Jab
Spice
Jab
Mass.
Fest tonight. You can watch. Just check www.partygrenada.com. You're going to see all that happening. We gone. And whatever you say and do it safe and secure. We want to be speaking to and with you.
Not about you.
We are gone.
Carnival Saturday, August 3rd. It's NNP's All Day Fat. From 12 noon, we kick it off.
NNP's All Day Fat.
Enjoy great music, top DJs, top artists, and of course the food in the All Day Fat. Enjoy our national dish.
All down.
Barbecue.
Pilau, crab and dumpling.
Curry mutton, waters, pea soup, Creole fish, cuckoo, and callaloo, chicken, fish, fries, and many more. A solid bar. Other attractions includes card games, dominoes, and of course some of your top and favorite artists. Carnival Saturday, August 3rd. NNP's All Day Fat at the Party Office, Big Yard, Mount Helicon, and St. George's. See you there.
Grenada!
You want to stay married?
We will make Jab Jab great again. From St. Patrick to North, everybody will be heading to the National Stadium as Stag and Star Boys promotion present Jab Jab. Jab Jab Fest 13. Friday, August 2nd, we'll be fetting and drinking free drinks all night. Gates open from 10 p.m. Live performances from Grenada's very own top artists. We're going to have a jambalous time. Get your early bird tickets for only $25. 30 before midnight. Your ticket outlets: Chucky's Bar, Grenada Optical, Curlag, Big Barbershop, Archibald Distributors, and 3O's Auto. This one's going to be big. It's Jab Jab Fest Free Drinks Edition. Remember, wear old clothes, paint torn, and come with your crew, cause there's prizes to be won. This year, we will make Jab Jab Fest safe again. But most of all, we will make Jab Jab great again. Sponsored by Stag, Captain Harris, Coca-Cola, Campari, IAL, Boss FM, Monster, Ezio, Power FM, and What's the Whole Rum. Only the few will see when you set the bar, but everyone will know when you've raised it.
Welcome to party. We are the greatest.
We have done it again in this, the era of greatness, with the biggest white.
We bring the most lights.
Watch greatness unfold with Mr. Killer, Wasways, and Lava Man, and more of Grenada's best, featuring headliner Marshall Montano and the Monk Band.
We great, absolutely.
Be at the National Cricket Stadium on Saturday, August 10th. Get your tickets now from GoToFed.com and all Sunshine Promotions box offices. The biggest white. It's where greatness lives.
We are the greatest.
Seatbelts are not as confining as a wheelchair. Drive carefully. A message from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Foreigners from all over, coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events.
You want to stay married? Divorce speed. Never drink and drive. After whiskey, driving is risky. A message from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
Hello, my name is is Michaela Williams, winner of the Festival of the Arts Secondary School Solo Pan Competition. And these are my colleagues.
We are members of the Full Comanchero Steel Orchestra, your current Panorama champions.
Having won 3 of the last full panorama competitions in Spice Mass.
We are inviting you to Spice Mass 2019, especially junior and senior panorama, at the National Stadium on Saturday, 10th August 2019.
Come and enjoy the experience, the excitement, and the skills of the players of the various steel orchestra. Suzuki Pan Wizards,
Republic Bank Angel Apps,
New Dimension,
Panacea,
Melody Warriors,
Rainbow City All-Stars, Grand Roy Pan Angels,
Digital Florida All-Stars,
and of course, Flow Comancheros.
After Panorama, you can join us on the road for Juve and Parade of the Bands on Monday the 12th and Tuesday the 13th of August.
Spice Mass 2019. Don't miss it.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Another explosive celebration of cultural ecstasy has dawned upon us. One that every citizen, every visitor, and every nation has come to relish because of our unique carnival with its multiple diversity. I am Kemik DeGale, your 2018 reigning carnival queen. It has been a pleasure to share and embrace the warmth of your hearts. As we forge ahead to yet another immaculate experience, I invite you all to participate in the pinnacle of celebration on August 12th and 13th. Be amused by the traditional mass and kiddies carnival frolic. Come share in the harmonious sound of the steel pan, the sweet rhythms of the groovy, the frenzy of Soca Monarch, and the hard-biting lyrics of Calypso. Majestic Thursday on August 8th will be a night that celebrates beauty and encapsulates women power. Oh yes, our famous World Juve noted for our jab jab, our electrifying display of light and mass on Monday night, and the showcase of picturesque fancy mass. Let's dig deep within our roots and cultural awareness and run with building another spectacular carnival.
Grenada's economy is heading for its 7th year of consistent growth, averaging over 5%. Unemployment was reduced by 20%, while debt to GDP ratio was reduced from 108% to 63.5%. NNP committed to the economic and social development of our people. NNP delivering on the promise.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.